Yo, welcome to this video. I'm sorry if this video gets a little bit short. I'm really sick right now, so my voice is not very good. But basically, in today's video, I wanted to talk about the Roblox game called High Realms. You may know the YouTuber called DV. He made a Roblox game. It's called High Realms. I have been playing it for like week now, I think. I think it's a really great game, and I just wanted to talk about a couple things to make the game even better. Some suggestions that other people made, and some suggestions that I have myself for the game. So yeah, let's just get started. First one that I would like to talk about is well, firstly I have some of my own, and then I'll talk about some of the other suggestions I found on Discord from other people. So the first thing I would like to talk about is a scythe, or any kind of farming tool that would make it easier for you to farm. I know that the team is currently working on a scythe, and DV also said that in one of his videos, so that one is confirmed, and there will be a scythe that will make you farm easier or farm more crops at a time. So I think that's a really good idea, because it will just make the game a lot easier, and it's like a quality of life improvement. So yeah, I think that the game needs a lot of those. Yeah, the next one, I think I feel like that the game is not competitive enough. Like, to make a game good, you need the people to be very passionate about the game. And yes, the game has a lot of passionate players now, including me, but I think to make the game better, I think we need the game to be more competitive. And the team could do that by maybe making leaderboards and rewards for being on the leaderboard. So for example, a weekly coins leaderboard. So it resets every week, so actual new players can get on the leaderboard, and not just one player grinding the game all the time. So for an example, yeah, as I said, coins leaderboard. So maybe top, I don't know, 10 coins leaderboard gets maybe in some kind of maybe a badge or a maybe boost, and that leads me on to the next one. I think that there should be more kind of more things to the game, if you could say, like sort of potions and stuff like that. I think potions would make the game a lot better. So yeah, as kind of like to make it easier to get like to progress in the game. Maybe like a farming potion that gives you like a crop fortune. That would be an idea. Or mining potion that gave you more mining EXP, more farming EXP, stuff like that. So yeah. The next one, I think, could be a sell all button. I know they are also working on that currently, so that will be implemented very soon, and probably the next update. Okay, so the next idea is underling levels, as this guy says. Add levels to underlings to give them improvements such as farming faster, having more speed, or giving them more farming fortune. So the idea is that when a underling farms a crop, it gets XP, and if the underling farms enough crops to get enough XP, it levels up, and when it levels up, it gives like a boost improvements, such as this guy said, such as farming faster, having more speed, or giving them more farming fortune. I think this is a great idea, because it'll make the minions more unique in their own way, and make it a bit more different. So you can actually so it will make the minions like more different, so it isn't just the same thing with every single minion. Next thing is underling skins. So as this guy says, for different holidays you can add skins for the underlings. St. Patrick's Day you could do leprechaun skin, and Christmas can be elves, and so forth. I think this is a great idea because then it gives more opportunities for the players to do different things, to maybe complete quests to get these skins in different events like Christmas events, St. Patrick's Day, Halloween, and stuff like that. Okay, next on the list is, as this guy says, basically this isn't like standard upgrades and add upgrades like catalyst or items from Skyblock. Basically it has slots, maybe 4, and these items give these items buff underlings. This is something I really like from Hypixel, and it wasn't just standard upgrades and actually took effort to obtain. I think this is a good idea. I've played Skyblock myself, and there's like a lot of different upgrades and improvements you can add to your, in Skyblock it's called minions, and I think they should make it so you can get that in High Realms also. That could be very different things, and I think that it not only should you be able to buy them, but I also think you should be able to craft them. So maybe like cakes and stuff like that gives energy to the minion, that maybe makes the minion faster, or something that you maybe need to craft with some like wheat or some other crops. So you can craft different boosts for the minions that make the minions better in a certain time. So maybe the minions will farm faster for 24 hours, or have more farming fortune for 12 hours, and so forth. A quality of life improvement, as this guy says, you should be able to move the portal, as this guy says, so we can move our portal to the main land somewhere else. And I think that's a good idea, because that maybe people want to build bases with portals in them, and they can only build that one base in that one spot. And I also think that we should have that we should be able to have more than one portal, because builds with portals just look really good, and that would make the there's a lot of people in the game that just wants to build, and that would make the builds a lot better, and they would have more opportunities with the builds. And that leads me on to the next thing of the list. I think that there should be a lot more building blocks and different like tools to make building easier, because building takes a long time in this game, and I think that that there should be tools to make it easier. And in Minecraft there's mods where you can get a wooden axe that helps you build more blocks. I think it's called a building wand, and I think you should be able to get that in this game also, so you can, that would also make it easier to build bases and build big farms and stuff like that. So I think that a building wand would help a lot. So I assume that everybody knows who Technoblade is, and he had like a war in Skyblock where he had to get to the number 1 spot on most potatoes farmed, and in High Realms there is literally a statue of Technoblade. So I think, as this guy says, when you harvest 1 million potatoes you should get a badge related to it. I think that's a good idea, and I think the badge should have something to do with Technoblade, since he had like a potato war, which was very famous and really exploded the popularity of Skyblock and made a lot of people want to play more Skyblock. So I think that DV and the team should add a badge related to potatoes, farming potatoes, like this guy says. Is armor. As this guy says, there should be different armors crafted from ores like cobalt and gold. I think this is a great idea, because some of the mobs do a lot of damage, and I know that you get more health when you level up, and I also know that the more mobs you kill, the more defense you get towards that one mob. But a armor would be a great addition to the game, so you can have a bit more defense, and that would make it easier to kill mobs and to survive longer. So I think that would be a great addition to the game. Okay, so the next thing on the list is, as this guy says, pets. I think there should be different pets in the games that give you different boosts. So like this guy says, when you kill any mob, there's a 5% chance for an egg to drop. You can place this egg in your island, and if it's a cow egg, you get milk. If it's a chicken, you get eggs, etc. The pets wouldn't be that rare, and if it's a good idea, you can make underlings take care of animals, and you get their stuff. I think that's a good idea because it makes for more underlings, and it also gives a player more things to do, and I think that's a big problem in the game. There is not enough to do, but I think and that a mob could drop an egg would be a great idea, and then you should be able to take care of that egg, and if you don't take care of it, the pet inside would have a chance to die, and so you need to take care of your pets and give them foods and heat the egg up and give them water, etc. On the list is better UI. So as this guy says, the game looks really cool, but then the UI makes the whole game bad, in my opinion. I don't think the UI makes the whole game bad, but I definitely think that UI makes the whole game worse. I think that the game needs a revamp of the UI. I think it needs a new UI that's easier to navigate and find the things you want to find. Been more 6 a day, but I'll try to finish up the video. So the next idea is clans or guilds. Like this guy says, having a group of your friends and you can compete against other clans to gain rewards, sort of like Pet Sim / Bed Wars, where you can compete for some type of prize, play against other clans for fun, or just for bragging rights. So I think this is a great idea because it'll also make the game more competitive and give players a reason to grind more. If they get a prize, that would be even better because then they're gonna grind even more. As this guy says, I think you should add co-op game modes like islands. It's kind of the same thing, but co-op, you are all on the same island, and in clans or guilds you can be on different islands and still work together, kind of. So I think that's also a great idea, and it would just make the game a lot more fun to be able to play with your friends. Is contests. It's like a challenge where you have to farm the most wheat, for example, and the person who farms the most gets like a reward or a prize of some sort. I think this is a good idea because people tend to like contests and seeing who's the best at something, so I think this is a great idea. There is also like a quality of life update. So as this guy says, add update logs when you join the game. So like in Pet Sim, there's update logs whenever you join after an update that kind of breaks down what happened in the new update. So this makes it a lot easier for people to see what new changes there is, so it's easier to keep up with the new metas and stuff like that. So I think this is a great idea. I made this video to kind of promote all the good ideas people are writing in these suggestions, and I think that they should look into all the ideas a bit more. Obviously this game is very new, so they haven't had much time to make all these things, but I think that all these ideas would make the game a lot better, so I think that we need to focus on that a bit more. So that was about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.